So what you guys are gonna need for this is make sure that you guys pull up your Wufoo forms. I'm gonna get logged into our Surefire account here, and then make sure you pull up your ad account. I'm gonna get logged into mine. We're seeing some crazy numbers, guys. We're noticing that our cost per lead has gone down on average 5 times than what it normally is, 4 to 5 times right now than what it normally is currently. And I'll show you guys a really solid example of what that is. It's for our current client right now. I want you guys to check this out. So this is off of $5.51 in ad spend. We have 10 submissions. Stuff is crazy. We've only reached 386 people. We're averaging 55 cents per form. And we're not doing anything different. We're just targeting what we normally target. And our cost per lead is insanely low. All right, so and just to show you how these leads translate over to Wufoo if you do this correctly, these are the Facebook lead submissions we're getting. Now remember that you can't ask over, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can't ask more than 9 questions on a Facebook lead form. So you got to make sure that the questions you're asking are relevant enough for you to get the job done. So the one that I left out is the best time to contact them. Reason being is if they click on our website after they submit the lead form, they should be able to still get the confirmation code. And we just text them as a follow-up to obviously if you guys are using the confirmation code system, using that to set an appointment. But look at this stuff, guys. Look, we're getting auto and homeowner insurance, all the information that you would normally get. Now the secret to formatting your Wufoo form is going to be this. A lot of you guys are getting errors because you're asking for a first and last name, a date of birth, and it's actually like you're actually asking for like the date section, the time section. The issue with that is Facebook's not going to be able to communicate that data because it doesn't understand the fields that way. So what you guys have to do is you're going to have to create just regular single line text for each one of your fields, if that makes sense. So you guys want to do the single line text right here. And do that for name, for the company, for the street address, for the date of birth, the cell phone number, the zip code, the email. Now you can ask a multiple choice question on a Facebook lead form, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And then the last one's going to be the normal auto year, make and model, plus any other drivers on the account. So make sure that you guys do single line text. Can you guys hear me? You can't hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, cool. Volume is good. Thanks, Sean. So do you guys get that? So the first step to this is going to be that you guys have to create a single line field. If you don't do that, you've already screwed up. So is it low? Okay, hold on. It is a little low. Give me a sec. So if you guys are already creating like the digit fields, you guys already screwed up. So I recommend the first thing you guys should do is you guys need to create a brand new form for Facebook leads. I created one on my own personal account called Facebook Leads, and it's formatted exactly this way. All right, so make sure your form's done like that, and you should be all set to go. So I'll take you guys to creating a brand new campaign, and I'm just gonna do something really standard. I'm just gonna do a zip code ad. So here's what's going to happen. The first thing that Facebook's going to ask you to do is to confirm the page that you're using, and you have to accept their leads, ads, terms for the page. So if you haven't used this just yet, make sure you do. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use my Insurely page. My Insurely page is yet to accept the terms, so I have to view the terms and then I have to agree, right? The next thing is just as you guys will normally do, set up your targeting. So I'm going to do 85746. And I'm going to leave it that way. I'm going to edit my placements. Obviously, I'm going to remove Instagram. I'm not even aware, Sean, if you know if Facebook lead forms work on Instagram. I'm not even sure. So I would remove that for the time being. I'm going to start at $5 a day only because our leads are costing us an average right now of 55 cents. And then I'm going to name this zip code ad. I'm going to actually change the zip code real quick. Just going to find some pictures real quick. Wow, it deleted everything. So I'm gonna speed through this real quick. Rate reductions for 85395 residents on auto and home insurance. So you guys can pay more attention to that. I'm just gonna do this for the purpose of putting the form together. So once, all right, I'm gonna certify compliance here. All right. So remember that you guys have to format your form exactly how this is, right? So when I'm creating my form, the first thing you're going to see is a welcome screen. This is completely optional for you to use. You don't have to use it. You guys can get creative with it. But I'm going to pass on that for now. So I'm going to turn this off. So the first thing that happens when they click on my ad, they're going to be taken straight here, right? So as you guys can see right now, we want to use the image from the ad, or you guys can actually use a preloaded or just upload a custom image for this lead form. Once you guys do the welcome screen, I just turned it off. You could turn it on. I'm going to click on questions. Now, right now, what my form is asking for is email and full name. Obviously, I want to ask for more options, right? So I'm going to show more options. Now, I know for sure I'm asking for street address in Wufoo. I'm asking for zip code. I'm asking for phone number. I'm asking for date of birth. I'm asking for company. And let's see. So I got email, full name, street address. And then I need to add 2 more fields that are custom, which is your make and model of the cars and what they want to quote on. So I'm going to add a custom question. The way you do multiple choice is, it says right here, for multiple choice questions, type in each choice and press enter. So what I'm going to do is go back to my Wufoo form. I'm only going to copy these first 2 because I tried doing all 4 before and it glitched out. So I'm going to do auto and homeowners insurance, and then I'm going to do auto and renters. So these are, if you guys see here, you'll see now it turned into a multiple choice question. Makes sense? And everything else is the same. Let me see if I have the year, make, and model of the cars. Oh, my bad. That should be a standalone question. And then I'm going to add one more custom question. I would like a quote on, and then let's go back and add the multiple choice. Okay, so you got that done there. Now, once that's done, you got to add the privacy policy, or you have to go through that. I know Sean provided one for you that you guys can use, and you're going to have one on your incognito website. For the time being, I'm just going to add one that I used before off of my SIAA website. Give me 1 second. Facebook won't let you continue on unless you add in a privacy policy. You just have to add in the URL and then a thank you screen. Now what you guys want to do here is it doesn't let you customize the text here on the thank you screen, but you do want to put in your you do want to put in your website link. And ideally the website link that you guys want to put in here is going to be your confirmation screen. So once I hit view website, it's going to go ahead and take them to the confirmation code, and that continues on the same exact process that you guys were using with the confirmation code. I'm going to name this test form. Once you guys are done with that, we want to save the form, and then you're going to finish. My bad. Let's do www.myandshirley.com. All right. Now, once that's done, you do have to place your order. And once you place your order, and hopefully it doesn't stop me here because I have to replace the card on this ad account. Dang it. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to show you the quick walkthrough on how to do this real quick, and on how to do the integration, and that'll be the last part to this. Make sure this page you've accepted. Sweet. Let's continue. So I'm just going to type in test. I'm going to do one image. I'm going to create I'm going to go ahead and do another form here. Sorry guys, bear with me 1 second while I finish this up here. Zip code, phone number, date of birth. Okay, sorry about that. So once you place the order, the last thing that Facebook's going to ask you to do is to set up integration. Now, if you screw this up, it's not going to work. So you can learn how to check integration here. My bad. Okay, here's the integration. So you'll see I already have it set up with the Facebook app and Zap here, but I'll try and walk you through. Let me see if this lets me do it real quick. Crap. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, it looks like since I have it set up already, it's not going to let me do it from scratch, but I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, here we go. So this is gonna pop up on this screen right here. So you're not gonna have to go over to Zapier. It's all gonna happen in this section, but it looks exactly the same. Okay, so it's gonna have you create triggers in Zapier. It's gonna have you log in to your Facebook account, and then it's gonna have you log into your Wufoo account. Okay, and this is probably not. So you choose trigger, and I already have one ad account, right? So I'm gonna continue. If you guys don't have any accounts set up, you guys want to connect a new account, and then it's gonna automatically sign into your Facebook and get signed into your ad account. So make sure you guys get that done. You're gonna save and continue, and then what you guys want to do now, the next step it'll do, you gotta search for Wufoo, and then it's gonna log in automatically to your Wufoo form. So you guys can see here, these are all. Oh, I'm sorry. You got to choose the page that you're running it from. So right now I'm running it from Arizona approved insurance programs, right? And then it's the second thing it's going to do is ask you for the form that you used. So I just put together the entitled form. Makes sense? So you have to get your Facebook ad account connected, select the page you're running the ads from, select the lead form that you just used, and then you're going to hit continue. Then you got to connect. A lot of this stuff is going to be done automatically. It looks like I have an error. Hold on. Here we go. So now it's going to ask me to choose the app I want to integrate this new lead with. I'm going to select Wufoo, right? And then I'm going to create an entry every time I get a Facebook lead. And then I have two different accounts. I have a Surefire account, and then I have a Wufoo account number one. So make sure that you connect to whatever Wufoo you're using. So I'm just going to use Surefire. Now, once you get that done, what's going to happen, it's going to ask you to select the form that you just put together. So remember that you guys had to create a brand new form to format it correctly with Facebook leads. And it looks like they're still trying to get a hold of Wufoo here. Give me 1 second. You know what? I'm actually going to select my account so I don't mess with any clients' accounts here. Remember, all this is going to be done inside of Ads Manager, so you guys don't have to mess with this in Zapier. Because mine was already set up, it didn't let me do it in Ads Manager, so it's going to look the exact same way, and the walkthrough is the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call this Facebook leads. So you'll see this right here, Facebook leads. I've already formatted Facebook leads the way that it's currently formatted right now, right? So now what happens is Zapier knows what your form looks like. So it's asking me, hey, Frank, on that email field that you put together in Wufoo, what part of your Facebook form do you want going into that, right? Let's see. So we got to complete step 1, continue, go back, Wufoo, continue, continue. All right. So once that's done, on our email, we want the email. So all you're really doing is you're matching stuff up. Does that make sense? So on the full name, we want the full name. On the phone number, we want the phone number. On the employer, I think on Facebook it's called company. Is it on here actually? That's probably the one I forgot to ask. So we could leave that one. We could leave that one empty. On zip code, we want to do zip code. On date of birth, we want to do date of birth. On street address, we want to do street address. Other drivers on the policy, we want to do other drivers on the policy. Or it looks like I missed that question. So I'm using a different form. So if this is making sense to you guys, all you're really doing is you're formatting your Wufoo form the exact same way that your Facebook leads form is going to be formatted, right? So now what we're going to do, once you match each one of these up with their corresponding fields, you're going to hit continue. And what Zapier is going to do, it's going to submit dummy data over to your Wufoo form to make sure it checks out. So I'm going to create and continue. and it says test successful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Wufoo form real quick and make sure that my stuff came over, which it did. So I just got notification of the Facebook lead. So Facebook tests the hook to make sure it works out, and this is all the dummy data it submits. So now every time someone uses that ad to submit their information through, that integrates with Zapier, and it submits that same information, communicates it over to your Wufoo fields. And yes, Dustin, so if you're using DYL, you would still run that webhook. So this information goes straight to your DYL system. So it comes from Facebook to Wufoo to your DYL. Jeremiah, is there a way to go in and do this once we have an ad up and running? I was having problems with this earlier. I see where the issue was. Yeah, so as you can see in my ads manager, I already had it set up here. So once you set it up once for one page, it's always going to be set up that way. And remember, you set it up per incognito page, not per ad account, because you have to agree to the terms per page. That's pretty much it, guys. So make sure, like I said, really the big points that we're doing here is you have to format your form to look exactly like your Facebook lead form. Once that's done on your ads manager, it's not going to ask you to connect everything until you place your order. And then on this confirmation page, you'll see the lead setup. And right here is where you'll be able to integrate Zapier with Wufoo. And that walkthrough I just went through on the Zapier website, it looks exactly the same, but it's on this section. And it'll test everything, so make sure everything checks out. So give that a shot, guys. Our leads are really cheap right now with this method. So give it a try. If you guys have questions, let us know. Thanks, y'all.